Well, President Biden, he can kiss his chances of Gen Z voting for him goodbye. What is going on, everybody? I am Ty Smith. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. If you like my content and you want to see more of it, make sure you hit this right here so that it can consistently be recommended to you, the subscribers. Also, any products you see listed in this video are all products that I use to create content and products I use on myself, because you guys do inquire about things like that because you know I'm a health nut. And also, make sure you follow me on all the platforms you see listed up here and down here, all right? Appreciate it. So, folks, you know what we're going to talk about today is going to be something that's going to have a lot of people all pissed off. I said, so you know what we're getting ready to talk about today is going to have a whole lot of youngsters pissed off. Yes, it's going to have a ton of them completely going rabid mad should this happen. Woo, I mean, God, I told y'all some stuff is just starting to just strangely implode. Palestine, Israel, Palestinians over here in America, or the ones who are pro-Palestinian, are hating Joe Biden right now. Younger ones that are in college, right, they're hating Joe Biden right now because of the Palestine-Israel stuff. You got Americans right now that are hating Joe Biden a lot because of the migrant situation, the asylum-seeking situation. Now you know this is going to have a lot of them pissed off because it's a possible chance that TikTok could be banned. Could be banned. TikTok, y'all. I'm not on there that much like that, but the youngsters, they are. And I know this is going to piss them off. But before I get deeper into this, check this out.
That bill basically just waiting the president's assent now. It's all but certain. The scene now set for a legal battle, it seems. How long could that drag on for? And what does it mean for a debate around the First Amendment?
Yeah, I think there's going to be, there's already promises that the company will file lawsuits trying to overturn this law and saying that it's unconstitutional and violating the First Amendment right to free speech. But the lawmakers say that they're very confident they'll prevail because this is a foreign-controlled company, and there's no right to free speech for a Chinese company. The right to free speech is for the people on TikTok. And so the argument is that this is very similar to regulations that the government has on who can own broadcast stations, for example, or radio stations. They've had these kinds of regulations in the past, but of course this is an immensely popular social media network that 170 million Americans are using. And so that makes it such a valuable resource if you're the Chinese government. And this is, something where it's going to be hard to see why China would be willing to let it go and let the algorithm and the wealth of data that it has potential access to here turn over to the Americans. So it's going to be potentially a long, dragged-out fight, although the legislation itself, it's supposed to be resolved, this divestment, within a year. But that'll be up to the courts to decide.
Yeah, the divestment within a year, so that takes us well past the U.S. election. But in terms of a Chinese response, I mean, we've got the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, about to head to China. To what degree is this going to dominate the agenda?
I think it's going to become one of the big issues between, U.S. and China relations because, if you think about it, there could be sort of tit-for-tat kind of things with retaliation. There's certainly a lot of American companies doing business in China as well. And so I think that's something to watch, is whether this will have broader impacts on the overall relationship. Very important economic and political relationship between the two countries. But one thing that was clear, just talking to senators in both parties this week, is just how badly the lobbying effort, which was sweeping, expensive, and by TikTok to prevent this vote, just backfired. Senators were irate that even their own children were coming under assault. The children who were using TikTok were getting inundated with messages saying, contact your senators to tell them to oppose this bill, and they felt that was heavy-handed. So we'll see sort of what happens next, but I don't think there's a whole lot of love right now for China generally in the Congress, and certainly having this kind of control over something that half of Americans are using.
Yeah, you heard all that, right? So, yeah, I think that this is going to be something that's going to be completely. I don't know. Look, I'm not trying to laugh or hate on them or anything like that, because I get it, especially if it's a lot of people's livelihood or something of that sort. But right now, man, some youngsters are getting ready to go crazy over this, because some of these people, it's their livelihood, and I get that. I'm serious. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I'm looking for videos that come out where people on TikTok are getting ready to make videos about this is probably about to be our last goodbye, our last year together. Trust me, those videos are going to come, but we're going to see. It's really interesting though. Anyway, President Biden signed a bill today that could lead to a ban on TikTok, but the video sharing app won't cut off from its millions of American users just yet. The bill moved unusually fast, getting signed into law by the president less than 2 months after it was first unveiled in the House. Biden's signing kicks into place a timeline for TikTok's China-based parent company, ByteDance, to sell the app or face a ban from the United States app stores and networks. ByteDance will have up to a year to find a buyer, but the process is likely to be marred by Chinese rules dictating the export of technology and court challenge from TikTok. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban, and we will challenge it in court, a TikTok spokesperson said in a statement. We believe the facts and the law are clearly on our side, and we will ultimately prevail, the spokesperson added. Here's what to expect next as the law takes effect. TikTok has up to a year to sell it. The Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, which was added to the foreign aid package Congress passed this week, would force ByteDance to divest TikTok or be banned in the U.S. I told you guys a while ago, whenever I did talk about this whole deal regarding the so-called the foreign package aid to Ukraine and Taiwan and all that. I told you guys that there's other things included in there that has nothing to do. And I told you guys when it was first trying to pass the so-called southern border package to help the U.S. to keep the migrants from flooding, I told you that it included all sorts of stuff in there. But, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. You're just making stuff up, Ty. You don't know what you're talking about. Told y'all TikTok was going to be part of that. I said it. I said TikTok was included in there for them to pass through legislation to get TikTok banned. No, they're not. They're really trying to crack down on the migrants coming in, and there's no anything about Ukraine. Okay. Anyway, what you going to say now? What you going to say now? Don't have so much pride that you can't come back on here in your comments section and say, Ty, you were right. I'm not going to sit there and be like, what I tell you? I already knew. What's the point? If I know that 2 + 2 is 4, what do I look like arguing with you over that? Anyway, at least you know now. I already read that part. Supporters of the measure say TikTok poses national security concerns because of its ownership by a Chinese company, which they say exposes the sensitive data of American users to the Chinese government. TikTok has pushed back against those accusations. So this is what I got to say on this as well. You had no problem with that weather balloon going over there. Everybody could see sitting there doing this little spy thing right there. You waited till people got pissed off enough to where you wanted to shoot it down. Let me raise you another one. How much of Tyson's chicken does China own? How much farmland in America does China own? How much is China funding a lot of the stuff that's making it to our schools curricula? I'll wait. But we're gonna ban TikTok. I'm just telling y'all. How hypocritical of it that they're gonna say things like this, that it poses a national security concern, but you're allowing Chinese communist-like type ideology to infiltrate our schools right now as we speak. You're allowing them to own land here in America and produce their own stuff in America and sell it to Americans. Poison. But I digress. Y'all see what I'm getting at, though. Lawmakers who supported the bill said several classified congressional briefings informed them of the risk posed by TikTok and its connection to the Chinese government through ByteDance. The TikTok spokesperson, how come they can't tell who this TikTok spokesperson is? Anyway, they said on Wednesday the company has invested billions of dollars to keep the U.S. data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. Critics of the law said national data security threats span across the industry and did not support a bill that named a targeted one company as a way to mitigate the issue. The version that was included in the aid package extended the timeline for sale from 6 months as set in the version passed by the House in March to 270 days. That would push the deadline to January after the heated 2024 election. Ooh, and boy, heated is it going to be. And this might be a way that Trump is going to jump in there and try to strategize off of this. I'm just telling you. He will probably get in there, I will bring TikTok back. I will. And people, Gen Z, probably going to switch and flip. I'm telling you. I'm just making an assumption here. The president also has the authority to issue a 90-day extension from ByteDance to sell TikTok, which would push the deadline to April of next year. That extension was a crucial aspect that gave the bill more support among senators that were non-committal about the bill initially, including Senate Commerce Committee Chair Maria Cantwell. But even with the extension, some critics of the bill have said it's not a long enough timeline for a sale of this size and argued the bill is ultimately a ban, not an ultimatum, given the challenges around the sale. Given the average length to sell a company is over a year, the new, longer timeline for a forced sale still doesn't guarantee enough time to find a buyer for such a large company, making a ban just as likely as with the last bill. Jenna Leventoff, the American Civil Liberties Union Senior Policy Counsel for the First Amendment, said in a statement, who would buy TikTok and would it be the same? Supporters of the bill insist the bill is not an outright ban despite how the company described it, since it gives ByteDance the ability to let the app live on with a different owner. Let me tell you something real quick too. But your government is all this stuff is posing a threat, right? But y'all have no problem with what Mark Zuckerberg did with Facebook. Huh? Y'all have no problem with what Mark Zuckerberg did with Facebook, who now has Instagram as well. You have no problem acting like y'all keeping America stuff safe when y'all were blatantly and knowingly spying on conservatives, spying on Christians, and anybody that had anything to say about the election or the Fauci, ouchie, hokey pokey clock shot, y'all were completely hitting those and saying this is misinformation or disinformation and giving folks warning. Huh? Come on now. That's why y'all hate Twitter right now. We hope TikTok will continue, Senator Mark Warner said in a speech on the Senate floor Tuesday before the final vote, but only if it is not controlled by a country defined as adversary by the U.S. law. Wedbush Securities Analysis said in a memo Tuesday that likely buyers for TikTok would be Microsoft, oh, of course, sell it to Bill Gates, or Oracle, which was involved with TikTok's project. Ooh-wee! Elon Musk. Hold on. Elon Musk. Just hear me out, Elon. From one African-American brother to another. I'm playing, y'all. Elon Musk. You're not interested in this, Elon Musk? If TikTok happens to do this, Elon Musk, you should buy TikTok. What? Why not? Buy TikTok. Elon, y'all know what that would do because you know TikTok is all about the so-called hate speech bullcrap stuff too. I post stuff on there. This is hate speech. This might be sensitive to people who can get hurt. Yeah, TikTok does all the dumb stuff that YouTube, that they do as well. So-called hate speech. That would be Elon Musk. If you get this message, I'm going to post it on my Instagram. I'm posting on my Instagram. Elon Musk, if they sell TikTok, I'm just saying, sir. Just saying. Anyway, it said would be companies that would be interested in it would be buyers like Microsoft or Oracle, which was involved with TikTok's Project Texas, an attempt by TikTok to ease concerns by putting U.S. data in U.S.-based Oracle servers and strategically would make it a logical fit. A number of private equity and consortiums would also clearly put together bids for the asset with former Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, among many that have shown early interest for the key assets, the analysis said in the memo. There's a lot of stuff to read in here. Court challenge could block the law, drag it out for the timeline. I'm going to finish it off right there because I want to give my thoughts on this right now. And the only reason why I'm saying this is this. I really think that by President Joe Biden doing this right here, it's going to cause a lot of Gen Zers to be pissed off. It's going to cause a lot of people that use the platform because it is a source of income. And a lot of people, that's their main source of income. People, I'm telling y'all, although I'm not going to lie, you can profit and make good passive income or make it get your straight up, flat out, outright full-time job being a content creator. I'm definitely not one. No, I can't trust that. It's too much up and downs and all this. There's nothing that's steady for me. So I make sure, of course, I'm never giving, being a director, I'm never giving that up for a long time unless I'm making like 2 times as much as I'm making, which I doubt that would ever happen being a content creator. Not for me. For some, it will. For some content creators out there that got millions of subscribers and they're consistently making 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month, I get that. But what I'm saying that for is that this is going to mess with the livelihood of a lot of people that rely on income from sources like TikTok. It really is. And they're going to be pissed off, and they're going to be I know there are going to be videos going out today that's going to be pissed off at Joe Biden. Some people are going to be flipping and saying, I'm not voting for him because of this reason. And I think this is a real strategic spot that Trump can jump in on here and capitalize off this particular situation. That's my view on that. But at the same time, Elon Musk, come on now. If this go through Elon Musk, you have to buy TikTok. I'm going to post it on my Instagram, and I'm going to address it to you, Elon. You guys, what do you think? Do y'all think that Gen Z is going to be pissed off to where they're like, we're done. We're voting for somebody else because Biden is getting ready to get rid of TikTok? Because you know that's where a lot of you young folks, y'all stay on there. It's crazy. Do y'all think that this is not Biden's doing? It's whoever the so-called ones that's behind Joe Biden. Joe Biden is just a curtain. He's just a curtain. The ones behind them is the wizard. Or do you think it all just kind of throwing us off right now because of, trying to take our attention off of something that, those that are in political positions are doing that we don't know about? Whatever the case may be, you guys let me know by putting it in the comments, and I look forward to actually reading what you guys are stating in there. Hit this before you get out of here, all right? And also, don't forget, you guys all have a cell phone. Share this channel with someone that you know that would benefit from this channel. I don't mean just share it with somebody that you think. Share it with somebody that you know would benefit from this channel. All right? Appreciate it. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.